Hi, welcome to Rustic Creations, Maine. Today I'm going to show you how to make a simple tenon using nothing but a draw knife, a drill, and a hole saw bit. Now, one thing to pay attention to with your hole saws is you want to measure the inside diameter. If you measure the outside, that won't be the size of your tenon. The inside will tell you what your tenon will be. Another thing to mention is with mine, if you take a tape measure, put it in, and bottom it all the way out, it comes to 1 3/4 inches. So if I bottom this out when I'm drilling my tenon, I end up with a 1 3/4 inch tenon. So we'll start and show you how to do it. First off, find approximately center. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect, but relatively close. And when you're holding the drill, you want to have it lined right up in a perfect line with the other side. Doesn't matter if there's any waviness to the log, you want a straight line to the other end. So go ahead and drill your hole. Like you'll notice, I went in all the way until the drill bottomed out. Like I said, that gave me the 1 3/4 inch depth that I was looking for. The reason I say that is every hole saw bit might be a little bit different. Some of them are really shallow, which wouldn't give you a long tenon at all. Some of them can be really long. It all depends on what you have. Now what I like to do is take my pencil, tape measure, and just for my own personal reference, to give me a better idea of how deep the tenon goes, I'll make a mark at 1 3/4 inches. Do a quick little circle around. Now, I want to come up to, let's say, 4 inches. Make a mark at 4 inches, and that's where I'm going to start my cut with a draw knife to create the shoulder that comes down to the tenon. So, what I like to do is I made that little mark there at 4 inches. I'll just do a quick line around. Doesn't have to be perfect, but all that does is make it a little easier to have a nice even start of the shoulder, so it's a nice circle, rather than sometimes when you get to the other side, if you get a little too overzealous with a draw knife, your shoulder will start creeping its way back up the log. So this just helps keep that a little more even. And then I like to start just a hair beyond the mark. Proceed to start shaving down. While you're cutting with the draw knife, keep an eye on the end so that when you're coming down, you don't cut the end of your tenon off with a draw knife. So we want to leave that tenon intact while we're doing this. As soon as you break through, you're going to want to slow down a little bit. Nick the tenon a little bit. It's alright if you hit it a couple times, not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and turn the log in my little homemade vise here, which I will cover in a future video on how to make one if you'd like. I use it both for doing tenons and for stripping, and it works quite wonderfully for both. And I think it used 2, maybe 3 8-foot 2x4s to build. I'll move the camera in a little closer so you can get a little better view. Of the tenon as it's taking shape. Sharper your draw knife is, the better. Mine could actually use a good sharpening. I haven't had time lately, and I've used it a lot the last couple days. Turn the log one last time here. That'll be good. And there you have it, 1 3/4 tenon with 1.5 inch diameter. Now, there are other ways to do it, and I will cover them in later videos, but this is just one simple way to do it without having to invest a lot of money in tenon cutters. So, any questions, comments, feel free to ask, and beyond that, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you, have a good day.